The most common thing is the reason is the seller will postpone the capital gains, and then over a period of time. Another reason is, to me personally, I couldn't find anything 1031 exchange because I don't like to keep the money in the bank. Normally I invest them right away, in the notes and stuff like that. And then,
What about if we do owner financing?
Yeah.
Do we have to use a real estate agent?
No. Normally you do this owner financing is straight up to the owner. I mean, I use a lot of real estate agents, but for some reason they think, some of the people, they're open-minded, but they think if you do owner financing, you're not going to get the commission or anything.
Exactly.
So they think of that, but I'm saying normally, it can be abstractions in a way,
right,
for the real estate agent. But if it's an open-minded real estate agent, you can get the seller financing. And I have a lot of real estate agents which they work with me, and they have their pocket listing, and I used to give them like a double commission basically,
right,
because I used to list it with them afterwards.
Yeah.
So, I did owner financing with a real estate agent, but not everybody is open-minded.
Tell the camera that it's easier to do real estate deals with no real estate agents.
Absolutely, 100%. 100%. It's easier because they are not as educated. Depending on the agent, you can put a label on the whole realtor society. But I'm saying most of the real estate agents, they, will be abstraction and, wouldn't, be.
What about appraisers? Do we need an appraisal?
No, you don't need appraisal, you don't need a survey, but I do have the survey, I do have appraisal, and the way you do appraisal in a commercial property is a three-way appraisal. Basically, you have the replacement costs, which is, based on the replacement. You have the CMA, which is comparative market analysis, or sometimes they call it a pencil search, which is a BPO, a broker price opinion. And however, the best, most important thing is the income approach, right, when you buy because the property must support itself.
So the advantage for the seller and for the buyer is we don't need an appraisal on anything.
Nothing. You save, basically the appraisal is a lot of money. You save here, let's say on something like that, you save at least maybe $80,000 or $90,000, close to $100,000 to do the appraisals on this.
Okay. Is it faster to do an owner finance versus a cash transaction with a lender?
Depends, but the cash transaction.
I don't mean cash transaction. I mean, is it faster to do owner financing or go get a loan from a bank?
Oh, definitely it's faster owner financing. The loan, you have to go through underwriter. Most of the time they don't really approve you now. Basically, the banks, they up their standards, they get, different guidelines, everything is changing. You have to go to different processes with a different underwriter, then go to the closing. You go Friday, they say next Friday, then over Saturn you may lose your earnest money, the EMD, if you tie yourself, So it's way easier to do owner finance, and then, like me, for example, I'm flexible. I don't put a lot of prepayment penalty. You can guys refinance, but I need a 90-day notice so I can just reinvest my money wisely.
Right. Do you make more money as a seller if you owner finance?
Twice or three times as much, because if you calculate this deal, let's say if I sell it 3 million, 0.1 like we do, and then if I do owner finance, I'm getting closer to 7 million over the spend of the 50 years, which is help me fight the inflation, right, as well, because all the stuff and the way we converted it is give you option within an option.
Plus, if you sold it for 3.1 on the market,
you can buy nothing. You pay commission, you have a lot of these closing costs, the expenses, you have the commissions, you have also another thing to take into consideration. You can't find anything in a good value to get the 1031 exchange and 1031 exchange. I did a lot of those, and it takes, I forgot, it used to be like 60 days to 45 days to appoint and 180 days to close. But in not a lot of deals, they go to the 1031 exchange smoothly. And another reason I'm selling as a promissory note, because I'm in a first position, So that's good for me, so nobody gonna default or anything, because here you have plenty of income, and it's a win-win for everybody.
What do you think is the cash flow on this property?
It's around 30,000 if you can do, but it has a lot of upside potential. You can bump the rent, so you can get at least maybe 32, 33, 35. But all this is going to increase over the years. And then another advantage of me selling it this way, because I'm not going to micromanage the management. It's a total passive income for me. I can sleep and make money, and that's it. I don't need to work every day, go and call, it's fun to be a landlord, but you don't have the liabilities. And another thing, I have insurance, which is good. They call a lender policy.
Right.
If anything happen and you guys gonna get paid, make sure the loan is paid, and then you can keep the rest of it.
Okay, so here's what I got so far. Seller will receive more money.
Yeah.
There's no agents and no commissions will be
Yeah.
paid. So
No appraisal.
No appraisal. The seller will be upgraded from a landlord to a lender,
Yeah.
and you will have true passive income.
Yeah.
You have a lot of tax benefits,
Yeah.
and you'll be able to spread out and delay your capital gains.
That's what we said. Yeah.
You also have no more tenants to deal with.
Exactly. No headache.
You're really good with your tenants.
I am. I mean, normally I even buy them something every year, because for me it's good. I give them either pizza or a gift card, like $50 or
Just
something.
to let them know you appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, I really appreciate it.
So over a long time, you'll make closer to $7 million on the sale.
Yeah, exactly, over 7 million. So, I'm doubling basically the price. I'm fighting the inflation. That's another word you can put it. You fight the inflation. And then, you have a lot of benefits. You have to see it from a different perspective, because a lot of people, they're not open-minded like us. And for me, I was a buyer more than a seller. And now all this knowledge, which I have over like 30-something years of experience, it comes to me to come to the conclusion it's easier to be now a educated seller and educated buyer, and I can combine every good aspect of the deal.
Finance.
Yeah, the creative finance is the best, and this is the easiest way to start real estate when you do, creative financing.
So the last one I have is quick, easy close of escrow, no lender requirements, no hold-ups. You can close really quick.
Yeah, we're gonna close basically, and when we sign, I prepared the contract, as you see. So we're gonna just sign it, give it to the title company. They're gonna give you basically a warranty deed with a vendor's lien, which they're gonna record it, and then you're gonna start making payments with a promissory note. All this is good. Basically, also gonna benefit your credit. I don't know if it's LLC or whatever you guys have, but also it's good for the credit for the people. So if you can improve the score, to the three bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, to see. Also is good for the credit as well.
Okay, so last question about subject to.
Subject to, yes, sir.
How do you feel about subject to?
I feel very good about, and this is the easiest and the best tool you can do the creative. I've been using subject to way back when it was not very popular years ago, and I did close. So basically you have to take the property subject to assuming the mortgage, make the payments, and they call this a land trust when you can do it as a trustee. And the lesson learned here, you have to make the seller basically sign the deed and everything prior to, before, so you don't, have a problems later down the line. But it's the easiest and best tool of all of it, because basically you can get a property which is maxed out of equity, and now is the right time to do something like that, because a lot of people, they're behind on the payment, and you save the foreclosure, you do a good to the seller, and it's good to the buyer. So it's also win-win, all the subject to, and then basically you just gotta follow, make the payments, and then either you sell it when is the right opportunity, but the most important, the property needs to support itself. To don't go with a vacant land or do something, just get something as an income property.
Amazing. So are you retiring now?
I'm retiring,
Or are
yeah.
you still doing deals?
Still doing deals, but I'm retiring, I'm retiring, so.
Are you trying to be more of a private money lender now?
Yeah, both. I mean, I'm still gonna do. I mean, for me, I miss working and everything, but I mean, to a point when I just wanna retire and everything. So
Now
you
you
know,
have a 12-year-old boy.
12-year-old boy, and then I have also a talking parrot. I have my cow. I have a talking parrot, so you know, he's entertaining. You know, so that's what I do.
Is that where you get all your jokes from?
Yeah, he's. Yeah. I have a good parrot. Man, if I have a babies, I'll give you one. You know, I have a macaw, the blue and gold. I'll show it to you.
Mario is the best. Thank you, Mario.
That's
That was
him.
great.